And we are live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the final round of the Interleague Challenge ABRL versus RRL and IFC. I nearly forgot my own league there. Anyway, let's not forget about that. Standings looking very, very interesting between the three leagues at the moment, and IFC currently top of the table with 188 points. Then just behind IFC in second place is ABRL on 162 points and RRL on 158 points. So it's still all certainly to play for here, and I think we're going to be in for a very interesting race. Don't you, Westy?
Yeah, we should be. It should be a very, very interesting one today. IFC absolutely dominating last time out in Belgium in Tier 1. And just a quick run through for you. The teams that each league are running is as follows. IFC are using AlphaTauri, Red Bull and Alpine. RRL are using McLaren, Ferrari and Alfa Romeo. And ABRL are using Mercedes, Haas and Williams.
And we've already lost one driver in quali.
Oh, well, we have. Lewiski's retired in the pits. Carsey about to cross the line though now. He sets a 14.3, a very, very strong lap from Carsey there. But we did see White Wolf go faster in Tier 2. So we're expecting faster times from Carsey.
Yeah, we certainly are. It's going to be a certainly very interesting one. Who will be the next one across the line? I think it could well be... Is it going to be Harvey Allen, I believe?
Stonks will be the next one to cross the line now. As he activates that DRS, crosses the line, he goes up into second place. It's a 14.690. Great time from Stonks there, very, very competitive. As Harvey Allen now crosses the line to 15.7. That's not great.
That's a fairly decent lap from Jake.
14.4, sorry, not 14 flat.
And then it will be Kieran next, but he's invalid.
Yeah, Jake only 400ths away. Kieran invalidated in the early part of the lap. He actually let through Carsey in Sector 1, so waited a long time to get this one going. Hitman has just joined for RRL. Mac, who we dubbed the one-armed bandit yesterday, well, he's out on track again today. A last-minute replacement for Demolition Dan, who will be sorely missed by IFC. Very, very strong driver is he. And Mac, with one arm, has got to try and compete with these Tier 1 guys. This could just be waiting for the long game for Mac today.
Yeah, it certainly is. Obviously, Mac racing with a broken arm yesterday, and if it weren't for a few, shall we call them, spinalas, as our good friend IFC Marcus would call them, I think he'd have maybe got a few extra points on the board. But obviously, I'll tell you what, it was a good performance racing with one arm from yesterday for Mac. As
still finishing the points.
He did indeed. Mac picking up the final point scoring position in Tier 2. I think the next one we're actually going to see complete his lap is going to be Alessandro in the Alfa Romeo for RRL. So let's see what sort of pace he's got. Obviously, he wasn't here this time last week, so we're not too sure what sort of pace he's going to bring to the table. I don't think I've seen him race before either. And as he comes through the final corner, and Westy, what lap is it going to be?
Well, it's going to be a good run from him. I've been on board with him for most of it. Hasn't really made a mistake. He activates the DRS, crosses the line. It's enough for third place, right next to Jake. Only just ahead of Stonks, in fairness. So it's a very good time from Alessandro there. 15 thousandths of a second ahead of Stonks. And looking good at the moment is he. Alan has just joined as well now. So we're up to 16 drivers. Lewiski will be out of this qualifying session, of course. I think he might have retired because he thought he was guaranteed through. Well, he's not.
Yeah, the one I'm riding on board with at the moment is Rusty. In fact, I've heard quite a lot of good things from Rusty, especially when we was going through the stewarding with B Hill, the Tier 2 ABRL driver. He's got high hopes for this man and thinks he can challenge the likes of Carsey, Stonks, and the top runners for RRL as well, and he certainly can with that lap. 1:14.2. That is the fastest lap we've seen so far today.
Yeah, I've never seen this man drive before in my life, and he has just come out with a bang, a 14.253 ahead of Carsey by a tenth of a second around a short track as well. That is a big margin there for Rusty, especially in such a competitive tier. And well, Stonks and Carsey have got to respond here for IFC, and Jake will also have to respond with a better lap. Of course, Stonks literally just having crossed the line, improving to a 14.599, now ahead of Alessandro. A1 on a slow lap. He was pushing in the second sector. He's suddenly gone much slower. I don't know what's happened there. For
Why is IFCJ
he slowed it right down. I do not know. Why has he joined? Maybe watching, but Slow Alpha now on his lap for IFC. Will go on board with him for this one. Very fast last time out was Slow Alpha, although got himself involved in a couple of incidents throughout. And but we do know his raw pace. Mr. Oddboard Hat has just joined as well as he comes up the hill towards the double apex left-hander, which leads into Aquaminerali, and Carsey come out the pits again. He doesn't think that time is good enough to get him into Q2. I would think that it would be not, according to Carsey. So he's come back out the pits, and he's going to go for it again. There's now Alpha coming towards the final chicane now. Gets it nicely done there, right the way over the curbs. It's such a tricky chicane, that one. You're trying to straight line it as much as you can, but it's so tight and fiddly. It's really hard to get right, but he's carried a lot of speed through there, and now coming through the final two 90-degree corners. RJ moves up into P6 there, I believe, and now Alpha about to cross the line. He'll activate the DRS, take the shortest run to the line, crosses the line. It's enough for P6, as Kieran has retired in the pit lane there for ABRL. He thinks that is enough. Jay is in a car. He's in an RRL car. Why is Jay in here? Is he driving for RRL? Because I know they were struggling to get people together. A1 jumped up into 4th place then.
He shouldn't be. We're going to have to do a restart here.
Are we?
Because Jay shouldn't be racing.
Do you know whether Jake or Josh have asked him to?
They wouldn't, because Josh has just asked for an invite, and that would be all of our RRL seats full.
Yeah, that is all of the... not good, not good.
Do you want to announce it, Westy?
You announce it, mate. You go for it. If Jay... Can Jay leave and then can...
He can't.
Josh take his seat?
No.
Could Jay leave and then we just allow his AI to go around forever? I'm just trying to think of a way that we can...
We need to restart.
Can we get Jay to leave now? And just
I've already asked why he's
AI
joined.
for the whole race. Yeah, Josh can just be Aston Martin, and we can treat him as an RRL driver. He's got RRL.
Yeah, but the problem is, if Jay doesn't leave...
We'll see. We'll see whether he leaves or not. If you send him a message, get him to leave. We're going to try all we can here to make sure we don't have to redo this. Just try and get him to leave, please. Maybe invite him to a party quickly or something and see whether he'll join and get him to leave, because he's just about to start a flying lap now. I don't know why he joined. He is the brother of IFC Aris. He knows what's going on. He should not be joining this. RG gets a 5-place penalty for colliding with BRT. Stops.
We're going to have to restart.
Quickly try again on Jay. If he crosses the line, we'll restart. Just keep trying, mate, for this.
Aiden's asked him to leave as well.
Invite him to this party quickly.
He ain't going to join. He's on a lap.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Right, I've got a genius plan. Jay, leave now. Leave the lobby now. IFCJ, if you do not leave, we will have to restart. Leave the lobby now. It is completely necessary that you do leave. If you do not, we will have to take disciplinary measures upon you in IFC. Leave the lobby now, or you will be punished. Nope, you didn't listen. Okay, restart. Lovely. So sorry about this, guys. We're gonna have to restart.
Quality.
Yeah, we have to do short now. Right.
Do you want me to host where? No, you host actually, because I'm appearing on offline.
Yeah, the host. I tried to talk to him through the game. That's why I went into game chat for a second. Tried to. It worked yesterday. I mean, it actually did work yesterday, but not this time. It's me, medium. Okay. Yes, it's going to be short qualifying. Just do it. Rules and flags. Strict. On. Reduced. Simulation. Standard. Everything else good. And that's it. There you go. I'm so sorry about this, guys. It's a shame. No other way I can cut it. It's we just had to restart, and it will be a short qualifying session now for this race, and we shall see who comes out on top. Much higher stakes then. 15-minute session to decide whether 18 drivers will end up.
Let's see, block J.
block him.
Yeah.
What's his gamer tag?
IFCJ.
Oh, perfect.
If host blocks him, he can't do it the other way, so...
IFCJ. Block. Lovely. We're all good. If you guys put anything in the chat recently, just put it in again. I blocked him. He cannot join now. If he does, I have no idea how, because he is blocked. Just wait for 8 more people to join then, and we'll be getting underway for this short qualifying session, then a 50% race to decide who will win the Interleague Championship between IFC, RRL and ABRL.
How many drivers are IFC missing? 2.
It's... Oh wait, try and get Demo Dan in now. See if his thing works. Just saying, it might be worth trying to get him in now.
Make it a dry race, West.
It wasn't meant to be a dry race though.
It was dry, wet, dry, I think. Was.
Okay, I'll change it to that. Approximate, customize weather. Right, so race. Clear. Does it go very wet or wet?
I'm just asking Aiden. It was dry, wet, dry.
Okay. Not very wet then.
No. It went wet for like 5 minutes, but just into wet.
Okay. Right,
So
I've done that. Can you see on the stream? That's fine, isn't it? Yeah, that's fine. We'll go with that. Right. Lovely. It is dry, wet, dry.
who are we missing? It's one of the Hasses.
Here's it is. Thank you, Kopi, for my new and improved profile picture. One more person. Can Demo Dan get in or not? Dan?
All our seats are full. It's a Hass we're waiting for.
I know, but can Demo Dan get in and replace Mac?
Who's asking?
Me.
I don't think he can.
I don't know how to set specific times to that. I have to say, my knowledge of this isn't great. I only have 3 options. I don't have anything else to fill. It's dry, wet, dry.
Yeah, it did go back to dry.
Right, okay. qualifying. Let me change it to clear. Right. Perfect. Lovely. Yeah, we need to start now, really, don't we? We'll wait until 35 and then we'll go. So if he doesn't get in, he doesn't get in. Oh no, he's in. There we go. Let's go.
Who was it? Kieran?
No, Jake.
Wet on the second tab, wasn't it, Westy? Yeah.
Pardon?
The weather was wet on the second tab, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yep, that's on the second tab. Look.
Yeah.
See? We're all good. Right then, let's do this. Short qualifying 50% race session will start in 60 seconds at the maximum. Let's do this, shall we? Remember, IFC leading overall and not leaving, Tier 1. The standings for Tier 1 currently is IFC on 58, RRL on 29, and ABRL on 14. So big gap to make up for RRL and ABRL in Tier 1. Not so big of a gap overall. Only 26 points between IFC and ABRL, and only 4 between ABRL and RRL. Session will start in now, is what the game's saying, but it's not started. It always happens. Stupid game. Yeah, let's go. Let's do. Oh, what's it? Oh, wait, it's happening. There we go. We can get going now. Have a quick look at the tyre then, shall we? Because some people will be going for that medium compound tyre. I have no doubt about it. They will try and get. Up places on the mediums, but I have a feeling that most people are going to end up on that soft compound tyre. Kieran already switched that medium. Trials on the medium. Remember, the mediums was so much better yesterday. Actually, the medium was worse on Friday. So we'll see what happens, won't we? Because of course we've had mixed result on how good the mediums are. But if they were as good as they were yesterday, you could see a lot of people absolutely smashing it, even if they do qualify around 6th or 7th on them. The car seat has come out of the pits on the soft, so is A1. They're looking for track position, and they're looking to get right the way up to the top of this one. Sorry for you.
Yeah, this is certainly going to be a interesting.
This is the same as it was in the other two. It's IFC going for the soft strategy, and everyone else going for the medium strategy, except from Rusty. He's gone for the softs as well. But it always seems to be IFC going for the softs, and everyone else deciding we're actually going to go for the one that's better on paper. But, you know, it seems to have worked for IFC so far, hasn't it? You never know. Could work again.
More soft runners than medium runners, Westy. There's 10 on the softs, with only 8 on the mediums.
Oh, that's as it stands. We could see some more people changing it up. Because, of course, Matt's not out the pitch yet. Harvey Allen's not out. Oddbod's not out. Jake's not out. And neither's Alpha. So we could see some changes there. But Carsey about to start his lap. Dan, can you take us through this one?
Yeah, of course I can. So Carsey then just coming across the start line now for the start of his lap. So nicely done there through the first section of track. Into the first chicane he goes and takes it very, very cleanly through there. Takes a little bit of curb on the exit, which a lot of people do, to be fair, around here. Very nice second chicane as well there by Carsey. What's the sector split going to be? It's a 24 flat for Carsey then, across the sector split into sector 2 then. Up, leading up to the left-hander. I'm not too sure on the corner names around here, Westy, so, yeah. But,
yeah, this one's Acqua Minerale now.
Acqua Minerale. So, through there then goes Carsey. Coming up to the Sector 2 split now. It's looking very quick from Carsey, to be fair. Oh, RRL Josh has been disqualified.
Wow. So
that is not good for Josh. As Carsey then coming through the final couple of corners now then. It's going to be as he on the run up to the line. What's Carsey going to set? It's going to be a 1:14.1. It's going to be A1 next then, coming through the final turn. It's not a very fast lap there for A1.
No,
Must have had a few problems there. Only a 1:19.4 is what he can do. Is it going to be Lewiski next?
Trials on that mediums, isn't it?
1:14.8. That is a decent lap, to be fair.
Trials 59 on that medium.
Jake is going to be next on the mediums, and it's going to be a 1:15.2. Jake goes even better on the medium tyre. Hitman next, a 1:15.6.
We know Stunks is faster than that. He went faster than that in the qualifying before we restarted. So
Kieran is getting himself a little bit dizzy.
Oh, yeah, he has spun there as Jake is destroying all the braking boards. That is not good, because people do use those as a reference, and now they're all gone. Yeah.
Jake bad.
Tactic there from Jake. You can't do that. Some people do use them as references. They don't have racing lines, so they are going to be they're going to be slightly annoyed at him for that.
I think it's going to be Macchiato next across the line, and it's a 1:15.5 for Mac.
The one-armed bandit, but it's not a great lap from Mac. There is A1 going up into second place with a 14.455. That's a very, very strong lap from A1. Currently in IFC 1, 2, 3, but that is because they're all on the soft compound side.
Considering A1 hasn't raced very much this season, I think he's done about 4 or 5 races in Tier 1. Had some very strong results, but this is a very competitive field, and certainly very nice to see A1 so high up at the moment in this one.
Jake about to cross the line then for ABRL in that actually really nice liveried Haas car. He crossed the line. What will it be for Jake? It's P6 for Jake. And yes, it is. It's a nice livery, but it is the Russian flag at the same time. So, you know. So RJ lost part of his front wing there. He did invalidate, and he did bring out a yellow flag. No, he hasn't broken his front wing. He is all good. Alessandro, though, just passing RJ there on that medium compound side. Can he set a good lap time here? He'll activate the DRS, crossing the line. What time to be for Alessandro? It's enough for 7th. Behind Stonks, and Stonks currently on a fast lap, up by 0.2 of a second in one sector. So this is going to be a fast lap from Stonks. We'll keep one eye on him as he goes through that lap. Alan about to cross the line now on that medium compound tyre. It was a bad lap last time out for him. He's got to try and... Oh, he's actually slowed down massively.
Which IFC driver? At the moment, all of the IFC drivers are currently all in the top 10, and every single one of them is doing the soft strategy.
They are, which is interesting. As I said, it's normally IFC on the softs, everyone else on the mediums. As Rusty goes fastest, he is another driver on the softs. He's absolutely smashed that as Rusty. Someone I've never seen race before, and he really, really is making an impact.
Stonks is 8 tenths up.
ILC. Yeah, he was 2 tenths up. There we go, P3 for Stonks. Very, very strong lap. 1 second improvement from him there.
I think the next one that's actually on a proper lap is going to be Mr. Oddbod for RRR.
Yes, I've seen him race a couple times, Mr. Oddbod, and I mean, he's been decent. He hasn't been a flyer, but he's been decent as he's now coming into the final chicane. I'd say these are the 2 hardest corners on the track.
Yeah, 100%.
No doubt about it for me. They're just so hard. He was so twitchy through there, just making sure he actually made the corner. And this is not going to be that fast of a lap from Mr. Oddbod here, as he's about to hit 110. He's still got 2 corners to go. I don't think this is a fast lap from him.
No, certainly not. He's already slower than the slowest time set so far, so it's not the best for Mr. Oddbod. As we see Carsey now coming back out for another run on the soft compounder tyre, as
So is A1.
A1, as is Lewiski and Jake as well.
See, this is going to be Jake's first run on the soft compound tyre, so we'll see what he can do here. Of course, 4 tenths away from Lewiski currently, exactly 4 tenths away from Lewiski. He should be able to get that quite fast, but we do know Lewiski can improve. It's currently a 2.3456 for IFC, which is insane as Lewiski starts his lap, but Jake can be looking to change that now. Of course, he's about to start his lap. We should see a big improvement from him because he was on a medium compound tyre before. I'm just going to switch to best so you guys can see that in a second. Mac also on his out lap now, so we should see some fast laps coming in from Jake, and also Trials, who was on the medium compound tyre last time round and is currently on an out lap on the softs as Jake starts his lap. Coming down towards the first chicane now is Jake for RRL. Of course, the man who's been setting up a lot of this stuff for RRL today. He comes towards the first chicane very nicely through there. What were you about to say?
Bit of a weird one. Mac did his first run on the softs, and he's now switched to the mediums.
Maybe he thinks he can go even faster on the mediums. The one-arm bandit, maybe one arm just changes which one's faster for you. You know, he's only slightly down in the first sector. In fairness to him, I think he could improve here. It's very much possible.
Lewiski is coming through the final couple of turns now, though. What sort of lap is Lewiski going to be able to set here? He runs a little bit wide there, but doesn't invalidate. Is he going to be able to improve? He improves by a 10th.
Not enough to gain a place. Jake is currently up by 6.5 tenths. That's easy enough to throw him right the way up into P5. Now what can he do for the remainder of this lap? Coming through the final 2 corners now. Gets a slight twitch to the rear end coming through the second last corner. And another little twitch coming through the final corner. Carsey gets fastest lap. Can RRL Jake challenge that? He goes up into 3rd place as RRL Jake. Very nicely done indeed from him. And it's about a second gap between that mediums and the softs. I think everyone is going to have to set their fastest lap on the soft compound tyre here. But Carsey, a 13.884. What a lap time.
Yeah, certainly is. And I think I remember sometime during the week, Carsey saying this was it wasn't a track that he enjoyed that much.
Same time as Jake. Exactly the same time. Is a millionth of a second. Must have been that slight bit better. But wow. He is ahead of Jake now. And, well, exactly the same time as Jake, but somehow ahead. This can be so close between these two during the race, isn't it?
It certainly is, yeah. And Stonks as well, very close to the time that Jake and A1 have set.
He'd already invalidated and then decided to fling it through the final chicane and really lost the rear end. I thought he was about to crash out. He didn't. But I was really thinking he was going to. His Alpha, 2 tenths up in the first sector. He's about to cross the split. For the second sector now is Alpha for IFC. He's still 2 tenths up. All of his time must have been lost in that first sector as he gets a good chicane. Gets a slipstream now off of Carsey. Good teamwork there from IFC. They've shown good teamwork this whole competition as now Alpha drops in to the final couple corners. The 290 degree. Oh, he invalidates! And he loses the rear end on the final corner as well. They'll pull in for pits.
I'm just riding on board with Harjay here because I think he's going to be the next one across the line. So as he goes through the last couple of corners, Nifty Rock has left the session. I think Nifty was trying to do an IFCJ there and get himself in on some action. But Harjay goes 9th with a 1:15 flat.
Good lap time there from him.
Alessandro, he's 7 tenths up. Goes P5.
Very nicely done. Very, very good lap time there from Alessandro. Although Stonks is very close, and I think Stonks can improve. And Alpha, we know, can improve as well.
Rusty is actually going to be the next one to set a lap, and he's the only one currently on a lap. So as he goes through the first chicane, is he going to be up at the split? We'll have to wait and see. Coming through the second chicane now, he sweeps right. Coming up to the sector split then, is he going to be up? He is 900ths of a second up, almost a 10th. That's enough. So that will be enough to jump Carsey at the moment. But into sector 2, I think these two are going to be the two that are fighting it out for pole and second on the grid. As Rusty
and for the win as well.
And for the winners. Was Rusty going to be up by here? 2 tenths 2/10 Rusty has gained through sector 2. So what is he going to be able to do now? The last few corners then into the 290-degree turns. What is Rusty's lap going to be? I think he may gain a few tenths here as well as the grip levels start to raise on the track as Rusty then hits the DRS zone. What's it going to be? It's a 1:13.7.
What a lap time from Rusty, but he is slightly off. They're going out at different times of Carsey and Rusty, so we'll see who gets the fastest lap here, because of course Rusty's got to get back round and pit, and Carsey is going to be going again. But at the moment it is Rusty with the upper hand after 2 laps from the pair of them. Rusty is leading this one, 13.7, and Carsey with a 13.8. Ridiculously fast time up in the pair.
I don't think Rusty's going to have the time to set another lap.
I think he will, just about.
It's going to be tight. Very tight.
That's what she said. I'm sorry. Rusty is... I think he's got time. He's got 4 minutes. He's about to come into the pits now. He's into the final sector, so that will take him about another 30-40 seconds. And then he'll pull into the pits. He'll put on a new set of tyres, and they'll be good.
Westy, if Mac finishes in the top 10, can I play the song I was on about earlier?
Yes, you can.
I can, good. So, Mac is just about to start his fast lap now. Oh, someone had a little bit of lag there.
Harvey Allen lags on my screen. Harvey Allen's gone very deep. He's lagged again. And he's still going, I guess. He's on the mediums. Not looking like the cleanest or best of laps from Harvey Allen here. He gets another bit of oversteer as he comes out of the chicane. And yeah, Rusty's going to easily have enough time here. And now coming down towards the final 2 corners. What can Harvey Allen put together? As he gets another little bit of oversteer as he comes across the final corner now. He'll activate the DRS. Crossing line. What time will it be for Harvey Allen? For ABRL, it's enough for 11 on the mediums. Highest of the medium compound runners, though.
Yes, certainly is at the moment. I think he's the only one who is actually set his fastest lap on the board on the medium tyres at the moment.
Hitman has also done it.
Ah, yeah. I'm on the yeah, I am, yeah. Mac was 2 tenths up there through the first 2 sectors anyway, so that would be enough to put him somewhere around 11th place.
A lot of oversteer out the final corner. He pulls into the pits, and understandably, I don't think he was going to improve. We saw some cheeky strategies from Mac yesterday, where he broke across the line yesterday to hide his pace in his first run in Q3. So we'll see. Stonks is on a flying lap now as well. We'll keep an eye on him. Alpha just starting a lap. Allen just about to finish lap, and he invalidated it, unfortunately for him. Jake just starting his lap for RRL. This is where all the magic is going to happen. Then Rusty and Carsey both on their outlaps. Carsey will be the first one to start his lap. Rusty will be fine. He's got 2 minutes to make the line. But Carsey, crucially, if Carsey makes a mistake, he has another chance here.
He certainly does. Where is Stonks is only 4
Jake's made a mistake and he slowed down.
Of a second up. I think Stonks made a mistake there as well.
Yeah. I think Stonks has realised he dropped down, so he's like, okay, calm it down. I've got enough time to do another one. Let's do it. Might as well. Alpha was up in the first sector. What's it going to be in the second sector, Alpha? I think he backed off there. And yes, he did. He's 2 seconds down now. All of the IFC drivers taking a second warm-up lap, just to get their battery fully charged up again, make sure those tyres are nice and
Westy,
and going again.
I think we need to ride on board with Carsey for this one, to be honest.
Yes.
Just starting his push lap, coming through sector 1. Is he going to be up on his time? Let's see what he is going to be at the sector 1 split. Very nice through the second chicane there for Carsey. What is it going to be? 7/100ths of a second up at the moment. That currently won't be enough to jump him above Rusty. So he needs to find 2, maybe 3 tenths, because Rusty could also improve on this lap. So Carsey's going to have to find a fair bit of time through sectors 2 and 3 as he goes very nicely through the I can't remember the name of the corner, Westy. Aqua
Minerale.
Aqua
It
Minerale.
means mineral water.
Okay, I'm just going to call it mineral water then. So Carsey very nicely through mineral water as Carsey then coming around the final couple of corners. I don't think he's going to do enough to take pole. He doesn't.
He hasn't quite. He's got another attempt though. I think he's going to go again. He might as well. He's got enough time. So, no, he backs off. That is over for Carsey. Rusty's also backed off. He knew he's on pole position. That is the end of qualifying.
A1 is 1.5 tenths up. A1 is 1.5 tenths up on his time. A1 goes
1,000th off. Jake is 1.5 tenths up in the first sector alone there. Hitman up by 800ths. Slow Alpha down in the first sector by over a second. He will not improve. Jake is invalidated. Mac up by 3/10 in the first sector. This is going to be so interesting. Did I say Jake? No, Mac is up by 3/10 in the first sector. And Mr. Oddbod is in the wall.
Mr. Oddbod doing Mr. Oddbod things.
He is. He really is. Jake up by almost 2/10 now as he's about to cross the line. Could he make a challenge for the front row here as he activates the DRS and cross the line? What time it be? For Jake, it's only enough for 6th. He lost so much time in the final sector, only just improved, doesn't gain a place and will stay in P6 at the very best. Slow Alpha pulls into the pits. Mac, the last man who can beat Jake here, up by 5/10 as it stands. That'll be enough to jump him up.
I think A1 is on a push lap here. I think we might be a little bit behind these boys.
Jack acts. Messes up. Yeah, he invalidated Mac. That's a big shame. A1 is not on a push lap. He is. He's got a flag next to his name, mate.
Yeah,
check the flag.
He's pushing, and Carsey just let him through. He was.
No. That's his car still going round, I believe. Because he set the same time again. So once Mr. Oddball crossed the... Yeah, there you go. All good. Jake asking his ABRL teammates whether he... Oh, Mac did a 14.5. What? Oh, Mac's game is messed up then. He said he did a 14.5. Well, he's got a 15.5 now. Who knows? Oh, he invalidated last corner. Right, yeah. I knew he invalidated last corner. I didn't know how far he was up, though. That's a big, big shame for him. He could have got up into the top 7. Oh, that is a shame. But it's Rusty on pole. It's Carsey 2nd. Alessandro 3rd. Stonks 4th. A1 5th. Jake 6th. Hitman 7th. Alpha 8th. Lewiski 9th. It's Kieran 10th. Harjay 11th. Harvey Allen 12th.
A1 is saying no one is surprised as he is to be where he is on the grid at the moment.
Wow. Well, he's looking good, is Aiden, and I'm sure he will be one happy bunny about where he is, knowing that he's got so much pace around this track. And IFC, once again, looking very, very good, but Carsey doesn't quite have, well, the pace we thought he would today. Of course, he's got great pace, but I thought he'd be dominating the field like he did last time round. But actually, he's got a challenger this time, and that is of Rusty. It'd be wonderful to get Rusty in all 3 leagues. I have to say that would really make everything more interesting.
Yeah, it's certainly.
We'll be getting underway in 25 seconds. Dan, what are your predictions?
I think it's going to be a Rusty Carsey 1-2. Either order. It's really hard to separate those two, to be honest. I think it's going to be a cracking battle between those two.
Well, it will be whoever gets the wet strategy right, isn't it? Because we know it is going to go wet partway through the race. I purposely put the forecast on approximate, not on accurate. They do not know when this rain is coming. They have an idea, but they don't actually know. So they're going to be adapting to their environment as they go along here. And, of course, Rusty is leading. And I have to agree, it's going to be a 1-2. Carsey Rusty, but it's all going to be about, it's going to be proof in the strategy today.
And then literally the final podium spot could go.
It could be any one of Alessandro Stonks, A1, Jake, Hitman, Alpha, Lewiski, Kieran, Harjay, Allen, Jake, Mac, Trials, Oddbod and Josh.
It could literally
Not
be
even
any
kidding.
one of those boys.
Yeah, it could be anyone. We know how crazy these races are. You saw last time out, so yeah, it could be literally anyone here. But Alessandro putting himself in a great place. Let's have a quick look.
Maybe though,
to chat.
we could potentially. I know the IFC boys are going to be hoping for a repeat of last week. However, I know RRL and ABRL both are going to be forcing to stop them. Obviously, on the front three positions on the grid, we have one driver representing each league. So the top 10 all starting on the softs, and then the bottom 8, everyone but Jake 14 are starting on the mediums, with Jake starting on the hards.
I'd just like to quickly quote RRL Jake. He said, "Harjay is a bin machine." And he said Alessandro's decent. Well, Alessandro's more than decent. But we haven't seen the bin machine version of Harjay come out yet. So, well, we shall see whether what Jake said is true or not. As we head into the race. Obviously, Jake not having that much confidence in his drivers. Oh, is that Alan in the wall? It is Alan in the wall. Not a great way to be starting that off. But he's back on the track. He's all good.
Yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to this one, West. It's going to be very, very soon, and then we'll be lights out, and away we go.
Yeah, we've just got one more person to get onto the grid then. I think that was actually Alpha, who was struggling to get onto the grid in time, but he's on now, and we should be getting going in just a second as we head on to this race. Let's see if it puts me in the correct camera. Come on, put me in the correct. There we go.
One,
We have two
two.
lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's go, go, go here in Imola as Rusty gets a great start there. Carsey with a good start as well. They're right next to each other. Stonks gets a wonderful start up to P3 as it stands. A1 again with a beautiful start there. I see there's a crash in the background as Williams goes off the track there. We've got sparks flying and Williams still off the track. Oh, someone's been spun. That's Lewinsky in the background. As now Jake and A1 going side by side. Jake trying to gain a place on A1 here. A1 trying to hold on as he does, trying to hold down the inside. Now go round the outside into total A1 on Jake. Jake trying to hold on down the inside now to making that move through Villeneuve. And he's made that happen very nicely. And Hitman now right on A1. This is playing into RRL's hands very nicely. Is that battle between A1 and Jake. But A1's just held on from Hitman as now Hitman goes down his inside. You can tell that A1's rusty in terms of racing as he's lost 3 positions off the start.
Josh is round as well. RRL Josh back to the rear end of the field.
Kieran gets past Harjay. Harjay has lost 2 positions, maybe even 3 now as Harvey Allen is looking to move. Oh, Harvey Allen's been spun. Harjay hit him, and now Mac gets past Harjay and up into the points. The a one-armed bandit, not one-man bandit.
I clipped that
Lewinsky got knocked down into the second last corner.
On my screen.
Straight on there, and Lewinsky's passed.
I think our Aiden is going to let Alpha pass there. A little bit of team orders going on there for the IFC boys. But Kieran's following through.
So he tries to go, he can't quite get past. This A1's now right on his back. Can A1 get past Kieran? I don't think he can. He's lost 2 positions there, and Josh has made another mistake. You can tell he wasn't meant to be racing today.
Yeah, you can. Obviously, a few RRL drivers dropping out quite late on, so certainly not helping these boys out. But at the moment, you've got 3 RRL drivers in the top 6. So currently P3, 5 and 6. You've got IFC 2 and 4. And then ABRL currently leading the way in this one.
Only driver they have in the points.
Yeah, that is correct. No, it's not.
Jake looking to change that.
It's not. Kieran is in the points as well at the moment.
Oh, he is, isn't he? I'm stupid. It looks so much like the Alpine colours. Why couldn't they have chose Aston Martin, huh? Come on, B-Hill.
Steve, please do the Charles Leclerc.
What?
I am stupid.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm not going to do that. As Josh is going slowly still, I think he spun again. Carsey, though, within 2/10 as they head down into turn 1. He's very close to back of Rusty, and of course, DRS being activated this time round. Matt gets past A1. What has happened to A1? Has he got damage? Seemingly not. He just doesn't have race pace. Very, very weird. As Charles gets ahead of Harjay side by side through Villeneuve. They go. Harjay holds on as it stands, and Charles still trying to make the move now. Lewinsky just sitting in the background waiting to make a move as he does now. Lewinsky trying to go down the inside as Charles makes a little mistake. Harjay going to try and defend from Lewinsky now. Lewinsky going to look for a dive into the left-hander, but he can't quite make it happen. But a great run down to Aqua Minerale. Lewinsky has as Kieran gets a 3-second time penalty, the first penalty of the race. Harjay joins him. Oh, in the penalties as Lewinsky gets a massive snap oversteer. Just holds it, but he has lost a place.
Yeah,
Jake with the penalty now as well.
Rusty is actually pulling from Carsey, not very quickly, but he certainly is. But obviously Carsey is now in the DRS range, so Carsey with DRS down the main straight, certainly going to make up a fair bit of time around there. We all know how strong DRS is around the Imola circuit, so certainly a very strong track for that.
Yeah, he did. A1 had damage. He's had to pit for a new front wing, so big shame for A1 there. He had so much pace, but unfortunately his race is almost over as fast as it started. As Harjay's up into the points now as well. Now trying to defend from Jake, as Jake will try and make a move here on Harjay. Harjay seemed to have disconnected, and now he's back.
I'll tell you what, these front three
Harjay has disconnected.
Are pulling away at the front at the moment. Josh is a spinner again. Tell you what, Josh must be dizzy already.
He must be. Stonks is just holding on to this DRS at the moment. He's got to try and use all of his batteries to actually stay within the DRS range here. If he loses DRS, he loses touch. But I think he's just managed to stay within. And Carsey and Alessandro also just staying within here. The DRS is going to be a big factor to who wins this race. As Hitman's got very good DRS on Jake currently, of course, being teammates. They're not going to make a stupid overtake. Carsey fastest lap. As we head down towards the first corner then, what kind of time can he put together here? What kind of move can he put together? Not a move so far is the answer. But,
will I invite Harjay back west?
Waiting in the wings. Yeah, please, mate. Harjay's rejoined, it doesn't matter. Whiskey will look for a move on Jake now. Of course, Jake right behind Trials though as well. We've got a three-way battle for the final points paying position as Josh gets another 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Yeah, he retires, which makes complete sense. Kieran with a 3-second time penalty. That's his second 3-second time penalty. He's spun this time. He's lost his front wing completely as Kieran, and that will drop him way out the points. Kieran is going to be dead last after this, even behind A1, as he just cannot do anything with no front wing, especially around a track where you need a lot of downforce, especially through the likes of Aqua Minerale, and of course the 90-degree corners. You do need
oh no,
that downforce.
Josh's car's come back onto track.
It's fine, don't worry, it does that. Carsey now with that DRS is heading towards Rusty, down into turn 1. Alessandro does not have DRS this time round, and I think Stonks made a mistake. He's dropped off 3 seconds to Alessandro.
Oh, Rusty! Rusty!
Oh, Rusty's in the wall, he's hit the wall, he's lost,
he's out! I think his wheel monitor is disconnected there.
Safety car. It's a very weird place to crash out.
He was...
in fairness, he's sideways in the wall. He would be straight on if his wheel was
to
disconnect.
The way he went into the wall, he was turning the corner, and then all of a sudden his wheel straightened up. I think his wheel disconnected there.
His wheel would have disconnected. Oh, that's such a shame. Such a big shame. This helps A1 out a lot. He is just pitted and will gain 2 places there due to pit stops, and will gain another one because of Rusty. And he'll be right on the back of the pack again. This doesn't help Carsey because he'll have Alessandro right on the back of him. But it does...
wheel issues for Rusty Wesley in the Tier 1 driver lounge.
Oh, such a shame. Yeah, he said, my wheel is class. very clearly is not. Kieran is also out of this race now. We've got 3 retirees already. We're only on lap 6.
Things were really heating up between.
Oh, here we go. Pit stops already. Stonks pulls in as well. Hitman will pull in. Jake, will he pull in? So, of course, he's decently close to Alessandro. He does pull in. He might be held up very slightly here, will Jake. Alpha, and then Lewiski might be held up a bit here as well. As Trial stays out then, because he is on the medium compounded tyre. Of course, Mac is also staying out because he's on the mediums. Oh, Lewiski gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That was stupid.
He is stupid.
Oh, will Carsey be ahead? Oh, he's behind Oddbod just. Carsey almost getting a back market in between himself and Alessandro, but couldn't quite manage it. Yeah,
Oddbod's P5.
Second. That's a shame. Yeah, Oddbod up to P5. He's got he hasn't pitted, that's why.
A1 jumps Lewiski as well.
Yeah, Lewiski with the 5-second penalty as well, which will definitely not be removed at the end of the race because it's from speeding in the pit lane. But well, we've got 3 people with Kieran's DNF. He was in the points. Was Kieran? I've just realised that he was in the points. Curious.
So, more of an update on what happened with RRL Josh. He was also having system issues.
Ah, that's not good. That's not good at all. That's a big shame for...
Josh had a failure with his brakes. So, certainly not the best for Josh. I think we'll be waiting for Alan to catch up, so I think we'll have one more lap behind the safety car.
Yeah, of course, we won't be going randomly like the real F1 race did. So what are your thoughts on that one, Dan?
I'll be honest with you, I'm probably one of very few British people who wanted Max to win the championship, but it severely annoyed me the way that it ended, and I was hoping that something else was going to happen. A funny fact, my manager at work today is a big Lewis Hamilton fan, so when the van came round, he's a big Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes fan, to be fair, so when the lunch van came round, I bought him a can of Red Bull off the van just after Max had won the championship, so that nearly got through at my head, but...
Genius.
Then I started playing a song to him, and it annoyed him a little bit more, but it's only friendly banter between work colleagues, so I'm sure.
Clever. Why is Lewiski pit again?
I'm sure you can guess what song that was, Westy, to be honest. It certainly was, Westy. It was that one.
Well, Super Mac is leading currently under this safety car.
Super.
Like that, that was quite good.
Oddbot spun.
Oh, Oddbot spins!
Super Mac, Super Mac, Super Mac.
Will the safety car come in now? That's the question. Because Oddbot's
I think it will do it this lap. I think it'll be a late one because Mac is starting to back the pack up. So
yep.
I think it certainly is coming in.
Oddbot said, "I am stupid." Mac is he's actually catching up to it again. The safety car I don't think is... Oh, he's going to come in. Here we go. Very late one. Mac is backing up the pack now. That's very late indeed, but here we go. As we head towards the last...
I think we're going to see Carsey get an awesome launch here on Jake.
And Matt goes for it. He's got a decent gap to Trials. Not very... It's only 2/10. It's all clumped in the midfield. Carsey's looking for a way round here. As he's right next to each other, he's got to make sure he doesn't get any kind of damage. Alessandro's going down his inside. He's got to try and hold him around the outside.
Oh, what's happened to Hitman?
To hold him very nicely.
What's happened to Hitman?
I believe. He loses many places. Yeah, he has spun, and that's a shame for him. And so has Oddbods has spun again, I believe. As
That looked
Alessandro
like...
is just behind Carsey. Still Carsey making a move on Jake round the outside through Toaster. He's trying to go now. And Jake trying to hold on for his ABRL teammates here. I think Carsey has got himself through. And yes, he has. Alessandro now looking for a move on Jake. Again, Jake defending for his teammates. Can he defend enough? I don't think he can. Stonks and Jake side by side as well. Stonks down the inside. Oh, it's now round the outside of Alessandro. He's looking to go. He's gone past them both. Stonks makes a double overtake. Oh, he's had to go off the track. But he holds on to the place still. Will he give it back? That's the question. I don't think he will, because he was ahead before he went off the track. And he's up into P6 as Carsey looking for a move up into P3. And yes, he's up into P3. Carsey looking very strong indeed.
Oddbods spinning around.
It's currently provisional 1-2 for IFC. Then it's Carsey, then Stonks, and then you've got a 3-4 for RRL in Alessandro and Jake. Of course, though, Alpha within that 3-second penalty range of Jake, so we'll watch out for them in a bit. But Stonks has now got to try and get himself past Jake and Harvey. Jake OR14. He's got to get himself past. Oh, as he gets stuff oversteer. Oh, that's a big moment for him there. He's going to lose the 2 places he gained on the last lap.
This,
for Stonks.
as it stands, will IFC, I think IFC currently are doing enough to win the overall ILC championship as it stands. But Carsey making a move up to P2, and I think very shortly you'll see Carsey taking the lead, because I think a few team orders...
Oh, Alpha ahead of... Alpha sends it on Stonks, and he's lost his rear end. What has happened there for the IFC guys? Have they lost touch now of Jake and Alessandro? No, they haven't, because those two are fighting. Alessandro goes off the track there. They can't get past the back marker of Jake.
But Mac and Carsey both very close together. And I've got a feeling that we could well see a move down the main straight from Carsey on his AlphaTauri teammate.
Braking and letting him through. There we go. So Carsey now up into the lead. Mac holding on second, and now it's Mac's job to defend from Jake and Alessandro. When they get there, as Alessandro now makes a mistake through turn 3. Oh, Trials is out.
Trials is out.
Trials.
Are we going to see another safety car? Safety car.
It's on reduced safety car as well. Imagine if it was on standard. Wow.
Wow.
What's going to happen here then?
I had to double check it was on reduced there, Westy, but it definitely is. I think these medium and hard runners that have been on them for more than 10 laps, I think we could potentially see them box for a fresh set.
Jake, I would see pitting for a fresh set of mediums, because he can take those to the end. Problem is, the hards aren't that far, so will Mac and Harvey Allen go for them? And Oddbod as well, of course. Will they go for them? That's the question.
I think we'll definitely see Jake pit in this lap. Jake OR14. However, everyone else,
Carsey, of course,
I'm unsure.
Mac stays out. Harvey Allen in. And it's raining. It's starting to rain. That's why people are staying out. You can see the droplets forming. You can see the rain starting to trickle down in parts of the track. Not right here, but I did see some rain.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Start finish line. Oh, Harvey Allen on the inters. Oh, interesting decisions.
Everyone's boxing for the inters.
Has Carsey ruined his race here? That's the question. Or will the safety car just not be... will the safety car be coming in too early for the inters to work? Oddbod's pitting for the hards. Oh, no. Oh, no. He's made a bad decision there as Oddbod.
I'll be back in a couple of minutes, Westy.
Well, then, what's going to happen here? If you guys have any predictions, put them in the chat. But this is going to be very, very tense here. It's Carsey and Mac. Carsey, Mac, Jake, Alessandro, Harjay and Lewiski taking the risk. Every other driver has gone, nope, inters for me. I'm gonna go for the tyre that's actually seemingly going to be correct. But in fairness, that rain might not be coming down quite fast enough, as it is still just drizzling, and these guys aren't too far off the back of the pack. Actually, Oddbod is very far off the back of the pack. He has lost his front wing. So Oddbod, I think, could be the reason why these inters work. Imagine that, Oddbod decides the championship, a bit like Latifi deciding the championship today. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Kopi. Slicks are surely going to be better. Lewiski is going to be much, much better. I think Jake is going to struggle on those hards for a little bit, but Lewiski on the soft is going to be feeling great about himself. Oddbod, though, is not feeling good because he's already spun and already lost that front wing of his. As now everyone pulls into pits now, so Harjay staying out, though. Harjay deciding, no, there's massive puddles forming. What is happening? There's gigantic, and Harjay's gone, no, these tyres are better. They're not better. Newsflash, they're definitely not better. And, well, that means that Carsey is going to be down in P9. The man who's been leading the race for a long while now is going to be down in, well, actually not leading the race for a long while, but being provisional leader of the race for a long time, is down in P9 and provisional P8 due to Harjay, of course, not coming into pits. Dan, welcome back. I just heard you put on your headset.
Yes, I am back, Westy. Obviously, I think we're going to see Oddbod definitely for these intermediates because he is struggling like mad.
He's on the hards with no front wing. It's not exactly the best decision. Harjay is going to be a Lando Norris moment for him, isn't it? There's no way those mediums are the correct tyre to be on. You can see the puddles on the track. Yeah.
Yeah, you certainly can. This, though, I think is now in the making to be an absolutely amazing race. Because I think
it really is.
With the intermediates now coming into play, I think you're going to see a few different people showing what they can and can't do.
And remember, we have got it going back to dry.
What is Oddbod doing?
At the end.
He's only gone and put the mediums on.
Committing suicide is what he's doing. Maybe is he playing a game for RRL and like the safety car? He's making the safety car stay out for so long that it's going to be dry again by the end of it. So Harjay's on the right strategy. Is that what he's trying to do?
Harjay's pitting.
Oh, Harjay's pitted. So no, that's not the strategy he's trying to do. Harjay will drop down into second last. Of course, Oddbod. He's losing time to the safety car. He is losing time to the safety car. You know it's bad when you can't keep up with the car that's meant to slow everyone down.
Yeah, certainly is. Let's see what the guys in the chat think going to happen.
Pitted. Why is Mac pitted again? Did he get damage? Oh, that's a big shame for Mac then if he got damage. He's down into P13 then.
Yeah, definitely.
This is going to be so fun to watch though. Of course, I'm going to say it again, we do know that the weather is going to get nicer. It's going to get bright and sunny here in Imola. So we should see some good racing. Yeah, Carsey should make an amazing drive still. We know how fast he is. He'll be let through by Alpha. He'll be let through by A1. He'll be let through by Stonks if he gets there. So that removes 3 people from the equation. He's only got to overtake 4. That sounds easier, but it's still not easy, especially when your opponents are Harvey Allen, Jake, Allen, Hitman. That's a hard one. And safety car coming in this lap. So Oddbod is just going to be left to pootling around on his own at the back.
Yeah, he certainly is. Not the best of races for Oddbod. Harvey Allen.
I hate Jet. Oh, he says range drying, so go on mediums. Then he says, "Oh, that's a shame." Jeff told him to go on to the mediums. That's a big shame. Here we go though. Harvey Allen out to restart. Jake right on his
and he's gone.
Jake with a decent start. Stonks with actually pretty bad start. A1 with a bad start as well. Hitman's right on his rear end. Carsey has got a good start. Alpha should let him through into turn 1. You would expect him to. Anyway, Lewiski looking to move on Alessandro. Alessandro, remember, was fighting for P2 earlier on. Can Lewiski get round? No, he can't. He stays where he is. And Carsey being let through by Alpha now. I actually don't think that was planned. Just Alpha made a mistake. And Carsey has been let through via that. And now he lost the position to Jake. So perfectly planned from IFC, definitely.
Yeah, certainly is.
Oh, Jake getting a staff oversteer. Really fighting the car now. Really fighting the car. As A1 dropping back quite a lot to Alan. Obviously not. He's struggling a little bit in these wet conditions, and Alpha's just giving Carsey some space. Lewiski! Oh, Alessandro's round! I thought Lewiski made a move, but no, Alessandro spun, and he will be going down into what is effectively last. Jake passed Harvey Allen for the lead of the race as well. Harvey Allen trying to hold on. Can Harvey Allen get the switch back? No, he can't. He gets a massive snap oversteer instead. As Stonks now going to look for a move on Harvey Allen. Don't think he's got a good enough traction there. No, he hasn't. If it was the dry, Stonks would have been through, but it's not.
Carsey is looking for a move on Hitman.
He will be looking for one, but Hitman is looking for a move on A1 as well. Can Hitman make this move? Although A1 has got a great exit out the final corner. We've got some IFC support in the chat. A1's going to be channeling that as he tries to defend now from Hitman down towards the first chicane, and he's done it well. And he stays in 5th place. Lewiski gets past Jake and up into P9, right behind Slow Alpha now. And will probably be let past by Slow Alpha. Lewiski known for his wet weather driving. And RJ past Jake now through Villeneuve. Can he make it happen? Still trying to hold on Jake, trying to hold on down the inside. He can't. And Mac right there to pounce if either make a mistake. Actually, they haven't. So great driving there from the pair of them. As RJ gets a bit of an oversteer, but so does Jake and Mac through Tosa.
But Hitman and is holding Carsey up a fair bit at the moment, to be fair to you.
He is, and actually Hitman's being held up by A1, so Carsey has got to try and get past Hitman as soon as possible. And well, it does mean though that Stonks is disappearing into the distance, and we'll be looking for him on Harvey Allen as Mac past Jake. Oh, Jake gets a big snap oversteer, and he won't be losing a position. But he does go further back from Mac as Lewiski now past Alpha. He's been let through.
And A1 runs a little bit wide there as well.
But Carsey right on the back of Hitman now. Surely this is a move that Carsey can get done. 1/10 away. Now less than a 10th away. 500ths is the gap as they head down towards turn 1. Can Carsey do this? A1's kind of got to get out of the way and Jake DNFs. Will we have a safety car? No, he did it in the pits. But Carsey can't quite get past Hitman. He kind of got boxed in between Hitman and A1. A1 almost actually got to let Hitman through if Carsey is to make this overtake and not lose too much time to the leaders.
I'll tell you what, this is turning out to be a very, very interesting race at the moment. This wet weather certainly making things interesting. And don't forget, Westy, it's going to dry towards the end as well.
Oh, look up from RJ, almost hit the back of Alpha going into the long left-hander. That was very, very close to being a big collision as Mac now close to RJ and will be looking for a move up into the points. And yes, it will be going dry again. So again, the strategy game will be played once again, and we shall see whether who it will work out for this time. We have lost 4 ABRL drivers and 1 RRL driver in this race. ABRL only left with 2 drivers, but they're in 2nd and 4th, so it's not looking too bad for them.
It isn't, but with the 4 ABRL drivers now DNFing, and sorry, a little bit of a cough there, and RRL as well having one, it is certainly playing into the hands of the IFC boys, who really only needed...
And now Carsey around the outside of Hitman, talking of IFC, playing into their hands. He's trying to go around the outside. He'll go for a move down into Villeneuve. Will Carsey know he won't? He backs out. He knows that scoring points is more important than getting past at this stage. So he knows he'll have a better opportunity later. That all arrives from A1's stellar defending down into turn 1, but Hitman just doing enough to hold on to 6th place there.
Yeah, At this moment in time, Westy, who is your favourite to win? Oh, Carsey's got damage!
Hitman. He has got damage, and that will drop him to last place. Well, not quite last, but he will have to do another comeback drive, will Carsey. Oh, so many comeback drives Carsey's going to have to make today. But this one is through his own fault.
What happened there with Carsey?
Broke too late, hit the back of Hitman, and yeah, that is it, really.
Absolutely.
He's not lost too much. He hasn't lost too much time, in fairness to him. He's lost, he's lost about just under 3 seconds at the moment. So not too bad, all things considered. But yeah, he won't be happy with himself, and we know that, and he'll know that. And he'll have to get past Alessandro again, which won't be what he'll want to do at all. And that does mean that Carsey is now the only IFC driver out of the points.
Yeah, Carsey having to pit again for another set of intermediates. So Stonks now the fastest out of all the IFC boys, with Harvey Allen and Jake your top two at the moment.
See, Harvey Allen not actually looking too fast. He's just doing a great defence here. Jake so fast in these wet weather conditions, but with that 3 second penalty, he's only just got out of that 3 second window to Harvey. So it's going to be hard for him, especially if Stonks gets past Harvey soon, to hold on to that 3 second gap. But we shall see, won't we? Whiskey's made a mistake. He was about a second away from Hitman just a second ago, and he's now 2.5 seconds away. Surely that can't have been lost in that last lap. He must have lost it. He must have made a big mistake there.
He might have lost it when he got a 3 second penalty. To be fair, something might have happened there. Possible. So, Stonks though.
First time in a couple laps that Hitman has a good opportunity to get past A1 without having Carsey right on his gearbox. As he uses some ERS, not using all of his ERS actually, he's going to stay behind for another lap, is Hitman.
Yes, he is, as Stonks is now within 4/10 of Harvey Allen. This really is where the battle's on the track at the moment. Obviously, every single league got a driver currently first, second and third. So it's all to play for here for the...
Oh, it's Oddbod spun again. This time he's hit rear end on a wall, and I think he might retire now. And of course he does. Yeah, he's about to be lapped, so his race pretty much done and dusted.
As we have RRL Jake still leading the way, Harvey Allen running in P2. What's happened there, Westy?
Hitman massive step forward. I thought it was in the wall. I really did. He almost had full lock on the car there again as he comes out of the chicane. He's really struggling to grip now in the wet, is Hitman. And he's just holding on for dear life at this stage. Very tense stuff in this Ferrari car for RRL, as he's doing everything he can to try and make a move on.
And Oddbod is now out of this one.
RJ right behind Alpha now for RRL. Can he make this move on the IFC driver? Alpha already going slightly defensive towards the first wheel kink. And now through the second one here. Can Alpha hold on? I think he can. RJ not quite close enough this time round.
So, where is the battle on the track at the moment? It's RJ and Alpha, really, isn't it? 6/10 the gap between Stonks and Harvey Allen. Hitman making up a bit of ground on A1 through there, so half a second the gap between those two. It looks like the sky's stuck.
Hitman looks like gains a lot of time, but he makes too many mistakes at the same time. So he's gaining time, and then he's losing it all again in a matter of one corner. So he's struggling to get past his Hitman at the moment. And you can see again having to correct throughout Minerali.
I think the rain is slowly stopping as the sky is starting to clear up. So
yeah, you can see some blue sky in the distance.
Within the next few laps, we may well see some of these drivers pitting for a fresh set of tyres.
Carsey is currently catching by about 2 seconds a lap. And rain stopped. The rain is gone.
It has
Oh, no, it
indeed.
hasn't. Not quite. Not quite. There's still a couple drops in certain parts of the track, but it has pretty much stopped. So when will those softs come into play? Because it will be softs at the end of the race now. Could we see Carsey taking the risk now and coming in? Because he is in the prime position to do so. He's the only one who's hit the pit box at the right time. I think it might be worth.
I think Carsey should. I think Carsey should.
No, he hasn't. He's waiting another lap. I think that was the right time to pit. I really do. Now going to be out who can hold on to these tyres in dissipating conditions. They are no longer going to be wet, so the track is going to get faster again, and these intermediates are going to be much, much slower on a dry track. So we shall see who can hold on to these inters for the longest time with the most pace, as Carsey has gained about another second since I last mentioned that gap, and he's only got another third of the way through the lap.
So, and Harvey Allen, is RRL Jake going to pit this lap? No, he doesn't.
No. Harvey Allen, is he going to pit this lap? No, he doesn't. It's Stonks. No. Allen in. Here we go. First man in. A1 not following. Not a Hitman following in. It's Allen and Hitman coming in. The Whiskey not. Alpha, no. RJ, no. Mac, yes. Mac pulling in at the last second. Alessandro, will he? I think he will.
I think we're going to.
Yes, he will.
I think we're going to see Carsey
will also do it. Yeah, he will pit.
I think he had.
Oh! Alpha and RJ collide there, and Alpha coming out worse, but still both on the track and both still running. I think the top guys have ruined their chance a bit there. Carsey should pull in. Carsey does not pull in. Another lap out of the pit lane for Carsey then. Is Allen's losing time already? All right, no, he's getting it back immediately though. Has he got it right? Oh, it's going to be close. I think it's on the cusp currently.
Yeah.
I think this lap coming will be the best lap for it. Yeah, this lap coming will be the best lap, as Allen is losing time, but not lots of time. He's gaining it back in some sections, so I think maybe at the end of this one is going to be the correct time. They've gone slightly early there, have a lot of the drivers. Jake now. Will he come in? No. Will Harvey Allen come in? We shall see in just a second. No.
No.
Will Stonks? No. Will A1? No. Will Lewiski? No. Will RJ? Yes, RJ pulls in. Will Alpha? No. And Allen's lost over 4 seconds now since he pitted. I think RJ's made a big mistake there.
DRS is now enabled.
Oh, maybe RJ's got it right. I think RJ's got it bang on then. As now
I think we're going to see Carsey in now.
Yeah, we're going to see Carsey in, 100%, as DRS has been enabled. That's the game telling you go on to the slicks. Yeah, he does pull in. And Carsey's in the perfect position to pit. He'll head on to those softs as Allen ahead of RJ, and so is Hitman just about. So can the rest of these drivers survive the rest of the lap without losing too much time? Allen's gained 3 seconds in about 5 corners here. Although he has just messed up Villeneuve. It's going to be close, it really is, but I think Allen was just that little bit too far behind beforehand, lost that little bit too much time under the safety car, and, not under the safety car, under the wet conditions, that it's not quite going to work out for him in this one. Maybe he'll gain a place on Alpha and Lewiski, but he won't be jumping up into the first, that's for sure.
So, I think we could see Carsey making up a lot of ground now on the other drivers, because obviously Carsey, a very, very quick driver. You're going to see Aiden just misses out on getting held in the pits.
Oh, very lucky. Alpha 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane, he couldn't slow it down in time. Oh, and Alpha is going to be held up. That's a shame for him. We're thinking, oh, who's going to pit? Why hasn't he left the pit box? Alpha, you've got to leave the pit box, mate. You just stayed there for about 5-10 seconds. Why? He didn't have a penalty.
Stonks with a dive on the inside of Harvey Allen there.
He's up into P2 with Stonks now, and we'll start chasing down Jake. As soon as the dry weather comes out, Stonks is released, and he's absolutely flying. Carsey's gained a second on Alessandro already. Could we see... I think Carsey's he's going to be clawing for points here today. He can do it, though. Especially with penalties, and especially if there's a safety car.
Yeah, certainly. It's very nice to see. Not one of the usual suspects leading this one, I'll tell you that much. RRL Jake. We know.
Really nice to see.
Very, very competitive driver, but this is a very, very competitive field, and he wasn't coming into this one as one of the favourites, but he's certainly putting a performance in that shows to all of the people that doubted him coming into this one, why were they doubting him? He's got a 7.3 second gap at the moment, and he's only going to keep on pushing to try and extend that gap. He's going to need a 3 second gap minimum at the end of this one, or someone would end up jumping him. But with 6 laps to go, Jake at the moment is certainly got to be favourite for this one, Westy.
He has got to be favourite, although Stonks is catching as it stands. Stonks with... Carsey's at fastest lap, but Stonks sets a purple sector 1 there. Carsey is charging back down. Alessandro is going to look to overtake Alpha. Currently we've got 5 IFC drivers in the top 10, and I've just done the calculation. RRL will currently gain 12 points on IFC, and that is nowhere near enough to win Tier 1 nor the overall championship. That's RJ in the wall. He's spun. No, he's not in the wall, but he has spun, and he might even lose a place to Mac here, so it means that I think they might not even gain any points on IFC anymore, as RJ was getting... he's almost done all again. He's going to be very careful as RJ here. He's absolutely burned up those tyres. He's got to be careful with the grip levels. Also, penalties will come into play. A1 is close enough where Alan will drop behind him, and A1 almost close enough to the point where Hitman will drop behind him. Talking to Hitman, he's trying to make a move on Alan now. No, he can't make it happen. Alan holds on to this. Now Hitman with the switch back going down towards Villeneuve. He's got a good exit, but so's Alan. Alan going to look for a move back on him. No, he can't make it happen. And Hitman has taken the place up into P4.
Yeah, certainly. This is one of the... Who's spun?
Lewiski.
Was it Lewiski?
It was Lewiski. He was right behind A1, and he's dropped down to a 5-second gap now. He hasn't lost a place. There was a big gap between him and Harjay, but still not good for him.
And it looks like Alan is...
Harjay spun again. He's out the points now. And I think Carsey will probably... He's spun at the same corner again. Aquaminerali struggling there. Carsey might even gain the place on him this time.
It's mineral water, let's see.
Carsey. Mineral water. Do you want me to... Dan has dubbed the corner mineral water instead of Aquaminerali. Aquaminerali sounds better, I'm just saying. But okay, if you want to call it mineral water, we'll go with it.
Salsa!
Will we have a safety car? We will!
We do.
Carsey right the way back into it, especially with the penalty situation. Is he going to pull into pits? No, he's not. You could tell he thought about it, but no, he's not going to pull into pits. This will be very interesting then. Jake has got a 3-second time penalty, so Stonks going to be well within that 3 seconds. Can Stonks take the win because of it? A1 without penalties. Carsey without penalties. With high penalties such as Lewiski and Allen are not going to be feeling too good about this either. 6 and 9 seconds apiece for those two, and they'll be dropping places at the end of the race due to it. Wow, this has got even more exciting. Safety car guaranteed to come in at the end of lap 30.
What are we thinking for the end of this one then, West? Who would you say the favourite is now?
Stonks. Stonks is the favourite, no doubt about it. We know he's faster than Harvey. He gained a massive gap to him in that bit just before. And, well, Stonks is, because of Jake's penalty. Can you check Stonks' warnings? And also Jake's warnings. Check everyone's warnings, actually.
So, Stonks currently has 2. Jake has 1. Harvey Allen is currently on 2. Hitman is on 2. Alan is on 1. A1 is on 1 warning. Luke is on 2.
All close to 12 seconds.
Alessandro is on 2.
Ooh, close to 6.
Parsi is on 2.
Ooh, close to his first penalty then. He's got to be careful.
Mac is on 1.
He's just pulled into the pits, which is why he's losing positions, because it doesn't seem to.
And Alpha picked up 2 warnings on lap 26.
Alpha is out though now, so that doesn't really matter.
He is out. I completely forgot about that.
Can you check Harjay's for us, please, mate? You didn't say Harjay's. That's the man you missed.
Harjay is on 1 warning.
Okay, cool. Mac might get 10 seconds removed, apparently. If he gets 10 seconds removed, I think he might win the race.
Why might Mac get 10 seconds removed?
He said in the chat, I might get 10 seconds removed, lads. Who knows? Maybe he was hit under safety car. Possibility.
Super Mac, Super Mac.
Oh, he got hit, apparently. And B Hill saying he won't get pens removed. We're not removing pens that have been served, so no, he will not get it removed.
I'll tell you what, the miss we had today from IFCJ joining unannounced to Nifty Rock joining unannounced.
Oh,
Mac gets a 20-second penalty.
Safety car. That's his fault for speeding under safety car, I mean. Where's all the other drivers? They're all out. Alpha, Oddbod didn't crash. Yeah, Oddbod retired in the pits. Alpha crashed, Jake crashed, Trials crashed, Rusty crashed, Kieran crashed, and Josh retired in the pits. So, you know.
The game has certainly seemed very, very buggy tonight though, West.
The game has seemed very buggy. Rusty being out due to a wheel issue. V Hill, I heard congratulations is in order because you got a podium in another league. So well done, V Hill. I just wanted to mention that because thought it'd be nice to. So congratulations, B Hill, on getting there. Max saying it's a glitch, so he'll get that 20 seconds removed then if it's a glitch. Safety car in this lap. Right then. Jake warming up his tyres as they head towards the final 2 corners. Everyone on the softs. Mac on fresh softs, we could see him flying through the field. And remember, Carsey, very fast driver, and because we definitely could see him on the podium. I would not be surprised at all. Let's get this going then. Jake gets going. He's accelerated. He cannot stop his charge now. And for it, we will not get reactivation of DRS. Every overtake has to be done the old-fashioned way. As Stonks is already a second behind Jake as we head towards the first couple corners. Harjay on Carsey. Carsey with a bad restart there. That's very uncharacteristic for him. As Harjay dives down his inside, but has to back out. Carsey not leaving too much room for Harjay there, and understandably so, as Mac now on Harjay's back, going to try and make a move up into the points. This is the final points-paying position. He can't make it happen.
What a restart Jake has had though. 1.5 seconds clear already.
He knows he had to turn it on. He knows he had to just absolutely get flying because of that penalty. So Stonks will be chasing him down, trying to hold on slightly, but he's very much behind as it stands. Yeah, he's losing time like no man's business as we're about to head on to the final lap. And Carsey yet to make up a single position. I think he's just waiting for those penalties to be applied at the end.
A1 is going to claim P4 here at the moment.
He is. Harvey Allen actually close to not actually claiming P2. As Carsi and Alessandro go side by side. Carsi gets hit by Alessandro down into the second last corner. They both hold it. It's Harji looking for him, but Alessandro now. Teammates going side by side. Risky thing there from those two, as Mac might be able to get involved out of ERS on that lap. Stonks back close to Jake again on very similar amounts of ERS. He put on to a 1.5 second gap now. If he can keep it under 3 seconds without getting a penalty himself, he will take the win with Stonks. Harvey Allen trying to hold on to some good points here for ABRL. If he doesn't, Allen will be dropping at least 2 places. So he will be not looking amazing either. The Whiskey will be dropping possibly out the points as... Oh! RJ's out! He hits Mac along the way. Oh, he spins into Mac, both with no front wing now. And it's a dash to the finish line between those two. The no-wing race it will be. Is Jake disconnected? Jake is disconnected at the end of this one. Jake, the leader of the race, has disconnected. It's like getting a puncture. And he's disconnected. He'll be dropping so many places. As Stonks is right next to him. Oh, he's gone into AI mode there completely now. He'll be overtaken on track by Harvey Allen, maybe. Yes, he will across the line. And, well, that will not help that will not help Jake at all. He drops to P9. Does Jake? That's a glitch. Jake does not drop to P9. Whiskey P8, wow. That is a ridiculous ending grid. It's 1, 3, 4, 8.
It says Jake hasn't finished yet.
Yeah, it does. He has finished. So Jake will, I think, get about P5 in the end. Maybe actually no, it'll be further back than P5. We'll have to. The steward's gonna have to review it via the stream. We'll put him in P7. I think that's about right. I don't really know, but I think that's about right. I'll see who's got penalties and who doesn't, though, of course. But it is Stonks to the win. And it is Harvey Allen in P2. And it's A1 in P3 in the end due to penalties. IFC with a 1-3.
And it's a Red Bull 1-3.
It is as well.
Should we get...
So who got... Hitman got 3 seconds, so that means... It will be 5th place for Jake. So let me, you get them into the party. Oh, let me do some maths.
Who should we bring in? Stonks, Harvey Allen, and A1?
Yeah, get those guys in. Actually, no, get Stonks, Harvey Allen, and Jake. Yeah, because they're the top from each league. $54 points for IFC by my calculation. For ABRL, 22, and for RRL, it will be 19 for RRL in the end. That does mean then that IFC have won ILC Tier 1 and ILC overall. Wow. IFC have absolutely smashed it. Nearly every single driver in the points. Only Mac not in the points in that final one. And Alpha, of course, after crashing out. But of the finishing drivers, they had 5 finish, only 1 not in the points. That's very, very impressive.
So, Westy, do you want to start asking some questions to Jake and Stonks? Harvey Allen hasn't joined us. I think it's only right and fair we start off with Jake, to be honest. Westy, take it away.
Jake, I mean, that safety car wasn't exactly ideal, was it? Talk us through it. Yeah. So, big shame for you. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've calculated P5 for you in the end. I don't think Hitman quite beat you across the line. You both had 3 seconds, so P5 for you. It wouldn't change the result for RRL, so that doesn't really matter. but yeah, it's 10 plus 8 plus 6. Actually, so I calculated that wrong. 10 plus 8 plus 6. 24 for RRL in the end. In that one. Yeah, you will have, unfortunately. Big shame, but yeah. It's a tough one to swallow, I can tell. You had fastest lap, actually, so make that 25. But, yeah. Yeah, 1.5 by Tosa. Yeah, that's a big shame, mate. That's such a shame, and well, oh, that is just heartbreak. But a man that it did help is the other man in the party, BRT Stonks. What was going through your mind when you saw the safety car, and what was going through your mind when you realised he disconnected?
Well, the safety car was very lucky because I don't know if I could have caught Jake without the safety car because he was fucking rapid in the rain. I did not expect that. So I tried my best to catch him in the dry. Then obviously the safety car came out and I was cheering. And yeah, I was just trying to stick within 3 seconds of him. And well, I think I could have done that even without the disconnect. But I mean, I won on track with the disconnect, so that's even better for us. I obviously feel bad for Jake, but yeah, we optimised our result today, so I'm happy.
Yeah, IFC absolutely smashing it overall, of course, your teammates being in 3rd, 4th and 9th as well.
I've just realised I didn't include my audio. Sorry.
Oh, Jake!
I thought I did click it.
Fool. But yeah, it's IFC with an absolutely outstanding race again. ABRL taking home some decent points. Obviously not as many as they would have wanted. They actually took home the least amount of points today. Let me double check what the tier 1 standings would be in the end then. So ABRL would be last because they've scored least points in the last 2 in both races. And RRL would come second and IFC would win with over 100 points. IFC would win. Wow. That's a lot of points for a championship with only 2 rounds. And overall standings, it would be so ABRL with 20. They got 18 plus. They got 24. They get 22 or 24. 24. No, 22. Sorry, 22 in the end. So 22, and RRL got 25. So let me do some quick maths. 183 points for RRL, and ABRL would have got. I don't think RRL have done quite enough. 162 plus 22. 184. A 1 point gap between second and third in the.
So my disconnect is just. Oh.
Yes, your disconnect has cost you second place, Jake. I'm so sorry. Oh, that must be heartbreak.
Westy, Harvey Allen has joined the party now.
Oh, Harvey Allen has joined. Harvey, it's, well, you've got second place. Talk us through your race, mate, if you can include your audio as well, mate.
Yeah, sorry. It was alright. Started on the mediums and then sort of got to the front for the first safety car and stayed there until the rain. And pitted a lap earlier and overtook everyone in front of me. Then Jake overtook me in the inters and pulled away. And then was very lucky with the last safety car. I didn't have the penalty and then got me P2. Jake's disconnect.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit of a lucky race for you, but you got P2 in the end, and your P2 has secured ABRL P2 overall in the Interleague Challenge. You must be happy about that.
Yeah. Good job from everyone at ABRL and Alan getting some points as well.
Yeah, it was a great race overall, and it was kind of like a salvage job, wasn't it? After a lot of mistakes, I have to say, but yeah. It's a good race in the end for ABRL. It wasn't probably the way you would have wanted to get it done, but you have got P2 in the end. IFC, of course, winning. Stonks is a happy man. Dan is a happy man. Jake is a very disappointed man with that disconnect. It's all your fault, Jake, that RRL didn't get second. But thank you all so much for watching today. It's been an absolute wonder of a race. And IFC win the Interleague Challenge, Tier 1 and overall. It's ABRL, I believe, won Tier 2 and 3, if I'm correct. Let me double check that. ABRL won. No, IFC won Tier 2, sorry. So IFC 1 and 2 and overall. Stop it now, we're doing copyright strike. Stop. But it's IFC Tier 2, Tier 1 and overall champions. ABRL second with Tier 3 win, and RRL have won absolutely diddly squat. So, you know, it's not exactly the best championship for RRL there. But it's been wonderful to watch, wonderful to commentate on, and we hope to see you all at some point in the future, maybe after Season 4 of all 3 leagues. Make sure you do check out all of the leagues. Wonderful places to be, wonderful people within them all, of course. Me and Dan in IFC, of course, the best one. But thank you all so much for watching, and goodbye, guys. It's been an absolute wonder.